Hi everyone, so I'm here this week. I'm actually going to get my video done on the right day. Woohoo! So yeah, didn't get one done last week, but was a bit stuck for what I wanted to do. I didn't just want to do holly with berries, although I love holly and berries. I want to maybe do holly and berries and something else. So I've come up with a plan. Now I've got a bag of lace here. I went to the sewing basket, the Balmain one on Saturday. And Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. And they had a box of laces that they just bundled together, but they hadn't really sorted them out or put them out anywhere. And I asked the lady, Pauline, if I could go through them. And she said, yep, why don't you just pull the ones you like and make yourself a bag? So I made myself a bag. So let's have a look. Because I would like to put some lace in the background. So this is my space that I'm working on. I've actually already drawn a circle because I'm going to do a wreath, like a Christmas wreath, with some red berries on it, some winter berries. And I want to put some lace, not the thick cottony one, not that one. I want to put some bits of lace. I might use a bit of that. I want to put some lace in the background before I stitch my wreath. So let's get a piece of this. Yep, I like that. Stick that there. Look at this. I haven't even opened them all properly, but look at that. Lovely and stained and old. I was thinking some of these kind of ones that are got a bit like tulle. I actually like, if it works, I like ripping lace so you get that frayed edge. Maybe a bit there. This one looks like it could be interesting. Oh, yeah, bit of that would be good. I might just cut a bit of that one, just a little bit. Cut a little bit crooked. I don't know if I'm liking the look of this yet. I might play around with it. Rip a bit, get a bit of a frayed edge. Actually, it'd be quite nice to cover that seam, but not onto the bird, so... But I don't want to 100% cover up. Let me just see if there's anything else I want to use. It's a nice one. That one's the same, but it's a bit more aged. That's a nice one. Oh, look at this one. I like this one. Didn't look at it properly in the shop. I just sort of grabbed them quickly because I thought they were the ones I liked. That's really pretty. I think I might put that there. Or do I want a piece that's a bit of a brownie colour? That is a pretty lace. Look at that. Might put that because it's different. Yeah, let's put that down there. Okay. So that's a start. Let's put these all, put these all back in the bag. Okay, for the moment. I got more, but we don't need to go through them. But then I forgot I got this tin a while ago, and I haven't looked in it for ages. My favourite buttons. Lovely old pattern. So this was a box. I think it was $15 from memory, was it? I did show it to you. Lots of bits and pieces. Oh, look, even, I don't know what the metal thing is, and you've got little hooks there. I don't know what that would have been on, but anyway, some of this I'll use, some I might donate back, but anyway, no, nothing I'm going to use in there. Look at that, so cute. That might be, and that colour too, let me just see, might be, maybe not quite, almost the colour that I need to stitch on the brownie coloured lace. So I'll stitch down the bits of lace. I'll get that done in a minute. Then what I'm going to do, I have got out some brown wools and I want to basically loosely plait or weave my wreath with these brown, like you know those wreaths you get that are made out of brown twigs, and it's kind of plaited. What I can do to hold these together, where are my clips? Ooh, I don't know where they are. I really want to do it quite loosely, so I might just hold it in my hand, loosely plait it. It'd be better if I had a clip. What are we going? That. No, that's not working. Oh gosh, what am I even doing? I do know how to plait. I just need to clip them, clip the tops. If I can clip those tops, let's try again. I can plait. I like to plait under. I think most people plait over, but that's how I do it. This looks very awkward. I'm doing it one-handed because I'm holding the top with my other hand, but it will become my wreath. Okay. Good. Okay, so is it going to be long enough? Just, yeah, that will be fine if I just finish the end of the plaiting. And I'm thinking of having a bow on my wreath, maybe hanging down from the bottom with an actual red ribbon or something. So I might make my join down at the bottom where you won't see the join because the bow will be over the top. So maybe with like a little silk red ribbon or something. All right, so there's my plaiting. It's supposed to be messy. And it will come in and join here. So I'm going to stitch that down just with a brown wool thread. And then what I've done is I've cut some leaves out of felted wool, and the leaves will be going on my wreath. So I've done different colours and different shapes. So I'll just show you. I've cut some holly shapes, some of those shapes, and some of these shapes in different colours. So for example, I might have pairing them up or having a couple close together is good. So I'm just showing you in theory because obviously I need to stitch all this down. Okay, and then these ones, this one is a hand-dyed, quite thick felted wool. So it does have variations of colours from brown to different greens. They don't have to all be clusters of 2. You could have 3s as well. Going on different angles. So just building up the foliage on my wreath. So I don't want to 100% have all the brown underneath disappear. Okay, and then my holly leaves as well, so they're going to slot in. Looking like my brown's going to disappear because I have quite a few leaves cut out. I thought I was going to have to cut a lot more. I didn't think I had enough. So holly leaves are often in clusters of 2 or 3 together. And they might be sticking off. Okay, so you get the idea. And then this is where your little scraps are perfect, like cutting out the little green leaves are perfect from scraps. And I've got little scraps here of red. So they're going to be good for my berries, my winter berries. I actually didn't even know there was an actual berry called a winter berry. So this is just my rubbish bowl. But yeah, when I was researching the different berries that tend to bloom in winter, there is a berry, which is a red one, called a winter berry. So there you go. How big do I want my berries to be? You could use beads, little red seed beads, or big seed beads actually would look better, as your berries. If you want a bit of bling, you could add red sequins. You could do French knots. It's really up to you how you do berries. I could probably get 3 berries out of this little scrap. I just cut them and eyeball them until I like the shape. And berries are good in uneven numbers, so maybe little groups of 3. So there are a few berries in the Edith Holden book. There's holly. There's mistletoe, the white mistletoe berries. I can't remember what the other ones were. But she's got several pages that have berries on in the December month, and then I think she has some more in January. So I'm going a little bit Christmassy themed, which is good because it's meant to be winter, although in Australia, Christmas is smack bang in the middle of summer, which will probably seem weird to most people. In fact, I had boys in class today talking about what they like to do on Christmas Day, and there was quite a few of them that said they like to go have a game of beach cricket on Christmas Day with their family. And I said, just make sure they go to a good beach for Christmas, because if you go down to Bondi, it's full of backpackers in mankinis. Last time we were down there, our brother rented a house in Bondi, a few years ago for Christmas, and we all went down there. And we went down to the beach for a swim on Christmas Day and took the little nephews. And there was a massive group of British backpackers in green mankinis. And they all look like lobsters because they don't understand that our sun is super strong in Australia, and they all get really sunburnt. I'm just cutting my berries. They're probably off camera. Hello, Alfie. Alfie puppy. Okay, so I'd probably do one more there, one more there. That would make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clusters. Might do one there. And then, whoops, I don't want to throw my, what am I doing? Throwing my scraps out, because scraps are good for, you know, berries and leaves. So these scraps are all too tiny for anything, but the bigger ones are good. But how Christmassy does that look? And I love it with the bits of lace behind. I'll probably put a label. Yeah, the green one. Okay, that will come together. And ribbons. I do have some silk ribbons. I'm going to pause you for a minute and I'm going to come back hopefully with maybe a red one. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so here is my box of little silk ribbons. Oh, I can only see one red and it's too small and it's the wrong type of ribbon. So maybe I should do different. I'm thinking, well, that's got some pinky red like watermelon. Actually, that would be nice. And it's a slightly thicker one. I'll probably use that. Let me see, what's this one? That's kind of more orangey tones. I've collected quite a few lovely silk ribbons. These type of ones are hand dyed that I've bought on Etsy from, I think it was an Australian seller. Some of these I actually bought this bluey box with a lot in it. You know, there were little scraps of ribbon like this in it. But a lot of these I've just gradually bought, and some of them are old. Like these ones were all in the box. I bought the box at the sewing basket. These kind of satiny, shiny ones were all in the box. So it was kind of fun going through them when I got the box, and then I've added a lot of these kinds of ones. I could do a bigger bow in something like that, like a white, potentially. But no, I'm thinking I quite like this red and pink one. All right, so let's get some of this off, and it's going to get some pink in it, but that's okay. And so what I'm thinking is I will stitch it down, and then it's got creases in, but they'll come out. You can even iron it if you want to. Look at that lovely red to pink. Really pretty. I think I'll stitch it down and then do a bow with a sort of a tail that I stick down, but I'll stitch it first. So this all needs to be stitched, but I'm happy with the look of this for my winter berries, and I will cut out some more. I'll jump off camera, do a bit of stitching. So to stitch all this down, I'll stitch my lace first, just with old thread. Actually, this one's nice old one. I'll stitch all that down. I'll stitch my wreath down with one of my wools. I showed these last week, like that one would work well. That's actually perfect colour. I'm going to pull that out. Then I will stitch my leaves down, and I have several greens. That would be perfect for that. Then my berries, and I know I have a red because I used it on my mushrooms. And then finally my bow will come in at the end. So I know this is the second week of the prompt, but I'm only just starting. I'll see how I go. I don't think this will take me super long to stitch. The leaves will take a little bit of time. I don't know if I'm going to stitch all the way around them, or I might just stitch a vein through the center of them so they still got some like puffiness to them. But yeah, so I'm going to hop off and do some stitching, and I'll come back. I should come back tonight and show you. I love these buttons. Could you have some little buttons like this every now and then? Like it's a little, well, maybe I like that. Just a little bit of shiny bling. I don't know. We'll see. I'll stitch it first and then decide. Okay, so I'll be back soon once I've stitched things down. I might just zoom you in a little bit and move it a little bit so you can see it. Okay, so you see the little leaves? All right, I'll go stitch. So all the lace has been stitched down, and I stitched down the brown wool, just using the brown thread, and I just did stitches through the middle. So the outside is actually loose. But as I am stitching on leaves, that is going to continue to hold down that wool. So all of these leaves are stitched. I use the brown wool, and I'm using this bright green one. I've just got this little one here left, so I'll just show you how I do that. So simple. Just hold it in place. Just come up into the top of the leaf, and I'm literally just doing a running stitch. Doesn't even matter if it's not perfectly centered, because I think I'm off center there. And I just run the stitch down the middle. Okay, so the next leaves I'm going to do are the bright green ones. Alfie, stop. Rach, he's trying to open your box of things you sent. He's pulling the tape. Alfie, no, you can't unpack the box. I'm leaving it packed up. Okay, so let's go the bright green leaves. And this will kind of blend in a bit. And I think I'm just going to use the same method. So just building up the wreath with the leaves. Just capturing the end, holding it down. I could even just do the running stitch sort of halfway up the leaf rather than the full length up the leaf. So the tip kind of floats free. Okay, and then I'm ending it off each time as I move around, and I will continue to add the bright green leaves. So maybe I'll just quickly do a little cluster up here, then add in some holly and stitch down some berries, because I probably won't do it all tonight. It doesn't take too long. I've just got a lot of leaves that I cut out, so a little bit time consuming just because of the amount. Okay, so there's my next one. Finish off on the back. Do another one over here. I'm making sure I am getting some leaves off the inside and outside of the wreath. I actually really like how this is going to turn out, I think. I think it's going to be good. I was thinking of doing like big leaves and having like the cluster of big leaves with all the berries. I've seen photos like that. And then I'm like, no, I'm going to do a wreath because I saw some really cool pictures on Pinterest and some lovely watercolor paintings of Christmas wreaths with red berries. And then that made me think, okay, I'm going to do the wreath. Let's get one more down up here, and then I'll add some holly. Okay, and I'll just change threads to this colour. Haven't used this colour yet. So obviously I'll continue with the bright green leaves down these sides. I'm just trying to do a little section so I can add berries and you can see what it looks like stitched. So I'm sorry, but apparently my video cut out because my storage was full. I had to delete a few things. But anyway, I have no idea where I stopped. I'm just going to come back and show you. This is my wreath. So all the top part is stitched and the berries are stitched down with French knots, and then I'll continue with stitching the extra leaves and have 2 more clusters of berries, and there'll be a little pink and red bow at the bottom. All right, so that will have to do me because I am running out of storage. I need to get some videos off my phone. I've got too many at the moment. But I will see you next week for the new prompt reveal. Thanks for watching. Bye.